So welcome again to the second part of the our course. In this part, I'm going to discuss, I will accept any further questions if you have any on the subject that we covered. And I will also describe the assignment that you are supposed to do within almost a month time. So before I stop, I discuss the assignment that is given to you on Moodle. Do you have any questions about Agile? First three subjects of the course is already gone. So next lecture, I'm going to start on chapter 4. So for the last time, any questions? No. Okay, very good. So I'm going to discuss about the assignment that it's uploaded on Moodle since yesterday, but I started the assignment as of today, which is today's date is already there. You can see it. And you are supposed to create a PDF file as the outcome of this assignment and with some code, obviously, and upload your assignment until the 4th of May, until the midnight. One of the first things that really annoys me, are the late submissions for assignments. I give you quite a long time for each and every assignment that I prepare for you, and I do not accept late submissions, okay? I don't care if some other lecturers do that. I am not some other lecturer. I do not accept late assignments, just so you know. Okay, so make sure to submit your assignment on time. And if you miss this deadline, do not submit an email to me because it will go to my junk box automatically. There is an upload limit as 32 megabyte on Moodle. So your first priority is to upload a PDF file at the end of this assignment, not a Word, a PDF file. And once you have uploaded it, that shouldn't exceed the 32 megabyte. I might also ask you to see your code. Generally, I would prefer you to upload your code and PDF file as well together, but I understand that some of the code that you generate can pass this limit, this 32 megabyte limit. And in those cases, you can upload it to some sort of repository and give me a link within your PDF submission or zip file so I can access your code and download it. That will be the best approach. So to summarize, upload the PDF. If your code exceeds the 32 megabyte limit, upload it to somewhere else and then give me a link so I can download it from that specific link. Another important point that you should know that this is a teamwork assignment, not an individual work. Although you will submit the work as a team, you will be evaluated individually according to your performance. Each team should consist of 3 or 2 members. You will decide who you want to work with as a team. However, if you are left alone and you cannot find a pair to work together, I will randomly assign you to a group. In a team, which is how software business work, we have been discussing teams all the time, both in software activities, also in agile development, that we said that the team is the core structure of software development. So you need to learn how to work as a team. That is part of the learning material in this course. I will not accept any individual work, and you need to show me how good you can be in a team. When you look at the job offers nowadays in our discipline, the majority of the job vacancies will mention that someone that will work as part of a team or team working skills. And this is one of the emphasis of this class. I really want you to be the guy in a team that takes precise and different responsibilities. Now, those responsibilities, you can decide them yourself, and I will take a submission from you, who is working with who, what are the roles, and so forth. In the upcoming weeks, probably next week this time, you're going to submit me a document on Moodle or on Zoom or so forth. So we will exchange those and see who you want to work with and which topic. Many of the details in the assignment also left blank. This is the reason for you to not a reason for you to ignore them, but a reason for you to fill them. So if I didn't indicate something very precisely in the assignment, it is all because I expect you to go above and beyond, be creative, and use your best effort to get the job done. One of the things that I don't really experience in this course is plagiarism. However, every year, some smart guy thinks that he's smarter than me and do plagiarism. You should know that I have several tools at my disposal that I can use to detect plagiarism by any means. And if you actually try to do this, it will probably backfire in your face. And I will have all the power in my hand to fail you from this project, which I don't want to do. But if you put me into that situation, trust me, I will not hesitate to use that power. No matter what you do not do plagiarism. Approach me in an honest way. Tell me something that you basically didn't want to copy paste from another project, or you do this, you do that. I will appreciate that much more than copy and pasting from the internet and pretending that you wrote that code. All right. There are plagiarism tools that even can detect what is being discussed in YouTube videos nowadays. It's not that difficult for me to scan your work throughout the internet and detect if any kind of match happens. Trust me. So please avoid any plagiarism in this course. So let us go what you have to do now. You need to develop a web-based desktop or mobile application with using GitHub and agile development and management tools. Okay, your programming code, the efficiency of the GitHub, and the tools that you select will be evaluated in the project. Technically, I will not look at the programming code that much because this is not a programming course. I will not really provide you comments on maybe how not optimize your code is, but I would rather focus on the usage of Git software, particularly GitHub, which is the client version, and one of the agile development tools that I suggest to use throughout the project. So my focus here is going to be that how well you organize yourself and how well you use these tools, such as version control systems, Kanban boards application, project management tools to organize your small team to do a certain task rather than the quality of the task itself. Another emphasis in here is that while not every member needs to do programming, all teams must be involved in software development. I did mention several times that software development is much more than programming. So if someone comes and say that I'm not going to do programming, but I'm going to be involved in other stages, that is going to be okay for me. I am not forcing you to do programming, but obviously someone in your team has to do programming. So it is up to your team, how you organize yourself. Another important point here is that just because you don't do programming doesn't mean that you don't do anything. Don't dump the work to the other people in a team that will horribly probably cause both of you to fail. The secret of teamwork is to think that the project you work is your ship and treat it everyone the same within that team to work in one major goal as a whole, as one body. Okay, essentially your progress, the end product, the usage of GitHub and other tools will contribute to overall mark, and you need to be involved in software development, but you do not need to do programming if you're going to have enough responsibilities that that will cover that part. So are we good up to here? Let's go to the project aim. This project aims to introduce Annual Practices, one of the most popular web-based repository hosting services of software development, as well as agile development and management tools. You will need to develop a web page or a mobile application or a desktop application, which is given down there, the topics. And you need to use GitHub tools, source code management, functionalities, the version control systems, and also project management tools such as I told you, the boards, the Kanban boards, even Kanban cards, should you want to organize your activities and show that you can go above and beyond. Also, additional features such as GitHub provides wikis and other management tools. If you want to use those, these are also suggested. Okay, I am not forcing anybody to use wikis or other tools or under the GitHub umbrella, but the more you use, the better it is. Many of the software industry companies nowadays use Git and GitHub features to achieve their goals, which are basically the version control systems that we discussed in the previous courses. Additionally, you will need to use one of the agile development methods such as Kanban and or Scrum, and you will need to explore these options and use them within your project. This is gonna be 20% of the course. So basically what we were discussing so far in the course, I gave that to you as an assignment to practice and see how things will work around in a team. You're gonna try to embrace one of these ideas or perhaps a combination of it and use specific tools because you are a part now, which is a perfect situation for me because I don't want you to communicate face to face. I want you to work in an environment where you can use these tools to organize your activities. As software engineers, your responsibility is not only limited to programming. As indicated in our classes, software is also configuration and documentation. In this assignment, you will need to design and develop an application, a server-side web page, a mobile application, or Java application using agile development management methods, and of course with GitHub. You are first suggested to download GitHub client to your computer and explore the functionalities. Having done so, you will need to create different GitHub accounts. Each user, each participant in the project will have their own account. And once you feel comfortable with the client environment, you will need to upload the software and you will need to keep the version control systems. We will see the pushes there. I will need to see who does what changes. So there is something called a push in GitHub. If you search it, you will find it out, and you can actually see what changes are done by which person, and you will be able to see these changes among the different versions of the software. If you have used the Git console rather than the GitHub client, you will have to also show me the codes that you wrote. It is suggested that you use the console because some of the functionalities in the client may be lacking. So it might be a better idea to explore the console as well. You must take at least 3 versions of the software as you develop it. You can take up an initial, mid stage, and a final. Well, there is no final stage in programming in software, but still, let's say an early alpha stage or a beta stage. Having completed the task, you will need to create a documentation on the entire software development and management. This documentation, which is going to be your PDF file, will show how you use the tools, the GitHub to develop the software, what went good, what went wrong, how did you communicate within the team, and so forth. You will basically describe me how you use these tools to develop the software. And you will also describe me the GitHub and other tools option, like what did you use, how did it benefit you, how did you use it. Like the more you explore, the more professional you behave, the higher it will be for you to get a good mark. Last but not least, the documentation you are going to create should be at least 10 and at most 30 pages. You are encouraged to use media, documentation, pictures, arrow diagrams, whatever you like, okay? I am not giving you a specific documentation structure because I would like to see your creativity. You need to use a lot of resources probably on the internet to understand how this software works, particularly within the agile development environment, to see how you can use them to achieve your goal. And finally, you have some roles in the team, and you can assign a team leader should you want to, or a scrum master whatsoever. As for the agile development management methods, tools, sorry, these are suggested. Like there are free tools for you to basically organize these activities in the agile development environment. Just by randomly picking up one of them, you can see that they are used in our industry to make sure that the projects are on track. You can take up the backup versions and support the communications. Even some of these tools can provide you a board like structure where you can kind of like keep those activities organized. Not sure. I think it was one of them had a board. More than one actually has a board, but one of them has a very clear structure. Not sure which one. Let me just open. So this one is Tool app, and it provides a framework for you for your project management. You see, agile project, and you can create these tokens, as you can see, which you can reduce the WIPs. You can see on the screen how some advertisement about the software. You need to basically download these software to make sure that to see which one would work you better. A popular one is the Open Project. A lot of people use this. It's an open version of Microsoft Visio or something, some similar software that allows you to basically divide a plan, create Gantt charts, as well as organize activities. I think this is going to be a much more plan-driven. It will work very plan-driven software development. It's a good one, but you can also create tokens here, just as with the other software. One of them has a very good Kanban board, but I don't remember which one is it. Very organized, very good looking Kanban board. And I really liked it. Yeah, I think it was this one. See, a Kanban board is over there. Probably every single one of them support this feature, but this one is very organized. There's a Kanban board inside. The Kanban methodology is used to divide the project development into stages. A Kanban card is like an index card or post-it note that details every task and user story in a project needs to be completed. The Kanban board is used to move each card from one state of completion to the next one. So I think that was this one that it provided a Kanban board. I think my collab also has Kanban board. I didn't see it in here, but I think it does have. So you need to basically download these software. They are all the free software. Well, you can pay for them, but you can also use them for free, just like Git. And you will need to see which one works for you. You need to use at least one of these tools on the top of GitHub. So GitHub is for everyone. So one of these tools, or perhaps you can find even more to ensure that the agile processes are on track. So the project topics you could select are also indicated from down there, which we're going to go through. Please be aware that if one team picks up a topic, no other team can pick up that topic as well. So just like in object-oriented programming and with all my courses, one topic belongs to one team, and first one comes, first come gets the topic. This is how I work. So if you look at the topics, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 topics. You are 25 people registered to this course, but not everyone is attending the course. And even if you do, you can be 3. So these topics will be more than enough for you to divide the entire students into topics. And also, if you come up with a topic other than this, and you can convince me that you can take it up, I might say yes. Okay. My priority is for you to learn a new technology as well as you develop, such as native mobile or hybrid technologies or PHP. So, but also I also accept certain applications done in C++, Java, and C# as well. Any kind of stock control application is not accepted, just so you know, because those applications are given to you several times in your programming sessions. So you either need to pick one of these or come up with a very original idea that I will say yes. So finally, you are given a month to complete this assignment, and some of the gradings that I will pay attention, some of the questions that I will ask when I read your reports and when I look at your submissions are listed in here. So which method of agile development you selected? Did it work for you? Why did you select that method? These are important questions for me. What agile development and management tools are used? Did the team efficiently use this? So if you just use my call-up just to generate a Gantt chart, and that's not going to be enough for me. You need to explore these tools to fit into a specifically agile development environment and convince me that you can organize yourself with these tools. My aim here is to make you as ready as possible to go to the industry, because software engineering is one of the final classes you take before you graduate. Now you should be ready to develop software. You should be ready to understand and work in a team environment where everything is ever changing and you are introduced to use new tools to achieve team coordination. Okay, and that is the point of this assignment. So what you're going to do is that you're going to write a report of how you use this software. Is the report clear? Is it readable? Is the English properly used? Do you have the versions of the software? Did you use pulls and pushes in GitHub? Did you actually use the software efficiently? Now that you completed the project, what else would you do differently? Do you believe that you use GitHub or other software tools efficiently? So you're not answering these questions one by one. So it's not going to be like question, answer. But the way that you write as an essay or as a manual description of your software, it will automatically answer to these questions because of how you structure your work. Okay, that is the focus of the assignment. Now I talk quite a lot actually, so I'm gonna stop here, and should you have any questions, I will accept your questions now. Anyone?
Yes, Dr. Chan.
Yeah.
The first question is actually, you said that you don't care about the code that much, the programming code that much, but
Yes.
I want to ask you, am I allowed to use any framework? For example, if I'm creating a website or something, am I allowed to use like AngularJS or JavaScript, like CSS, because
It's a very dodgy topic. If you're gonna use templates, no. If you're gonna use ready code, no. But if you're actually gonna create the code yourself, yes, you can use it. I will expect you to create the code yourself. While my focus is not about the code, I will expect you to do programming to see how you can devise the task. So if you're gonna give me a book reservation system that is already done in Angular or in React, that is already done, and you're just gonna integrate it and show it to me, that's not software development. That's plagiarism. You took someone else's code and show it to me as if you did the work. Okay, I
So,
will take that as
so
plagiarism. But if you actually use the software to develop something from scratch, which is the core idea of iterative development, remember in the assignment, I said iterative development, such as agile development, specifically Scrum or Kanban. If I set a configuration model, you could have taken from somewhere and applied it, and I will be okay. But I said that I want to see iterative development, so this doesn't really fit into this structure. Okay, so your answer is, if you're going to write the code by yourself and not take it from ready templates, libraries, or external resources, yes, you can use whatever technology you like. Even different technologies than the ones that I mentioned here should be fine in most cases. However, if you're going to take up the code that is already done and show it to me as if it is your work, you're probably going to fail from the assignment. Does that answer your question?
yes, but one last thing. When you say library, is it like, for example, I cannot use jQuery, or for example, I cannot use
jQuery, when I said library, jQuery is okay, gentlemen. It's not like you're like, look,
jQuery, Bootstrap, whatever, like others, like, you know, the shortest, the thing that the program is shorter, as like jQuery. So
I would
like this.
accept that to some extent. Yes, it's not a big problem for me if you are not using the ready functionalities of the software. Okay, if you're gonna do the software in a way that it's already done in that specific environment, such as book reservation systems are very common. Quiz applications are, again, you can find it very easily. PDF converters, again, if you're going to just take up a library and just say that .convert to PDF and that function would work, my answer is no. Okay, but if you're going to write the code yourself to do that stuff, my answer is yes.
So one another question is actually for agile development management tools. Which one you prefer? Which one like you are preferring? Like you give us another like many websites, if I'm not wrong.
Yes,
which one you prefer?
Part of the assignment is to go and discover the software to see which one you fit in. And perhaps you will not like any of them and you will tell me, sir, I found something else. Here it is. And I think this works better for me. And we will discuss it throughout these online sessions, or maybe you will send me an email and I will check out the software and I'll say, yeah, why not? It looks okay. And yeah, sure, go ahead. So my focus here, gentlemen, you said it yourself. My focus is not evaluate the quality of the code. So at the end of the day, you could have done a lot of repetition in your code. Maybe there were like, you could have done it with a very object oriented, reusable manner, but you didn't use it. I'm not gonna cut major points from you from that, because this is not a programming course. You should have done it by now. If you didn't, that's on you. But my focus will be here is how well you can use these tools to manage and coordinate activities. So in order to understand which one works for you, you need to download all and or just explore it online to see which one would work for you the best. Okay, it's like asking me if I want to write let's say using Swing library or Java FX. So basically the outcome is the same. It's just a preference, okay? So whatever you want to achieve, you just need to achieve it in the most suitable way to you. There is no absolute tool that will fit into every single situation. Each of these process models, tools, they have their strengths and they have their weaknesses. You can only understand this by trying all to see which one will fit you. And that is actually part of the assignment, okay?
I understand. And one last question. So it's actually for the project of each one of them. Is it for like for one team? Each project is for one team, like not two different teams can choose the same project?
Yes.
So,
So if you are with Ahmed and let's say Burak, all three of you working together, you just pick up one topic, let's say pizza order. That topic is on you. No one else can pick up the same topic. The next group, let's say Alim, is going to take something else. Okay?
so
That's how it
yes.
works.
How we will inform you that you are choosing this topic? Just by a message?
I will give you some time to think about this, and next week, this time, you will give me a documentation of who is working with whom, which topic did you fit, and it will work in a first come first serve session. So if someone already took up PDF converter, no one else can pick it up. I will take it next week, not this week, next week. So prepare yourself for at least 2 different projects by next week, and I will take it. Okay?
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Doctor. Thank you. That's all
Anyone
my
else?
question. Thank you.
Anyone else asking any questions? I am under 7 minutes now, so please ask me questions before I end up this session.
Excuse me, sir. Since it's a first come, first served basis, is it okay if we can send you an email if we make up our minds earlier before
No,
next week?
unfortunately, no. I will give you a specific time so that everyone can declare their opinion on that specific time. I'm going to give you a week to think about a little bit of these topics, to perhaps download the software, to look up which one you want to work with, to download GitHub, to talk to your peers, which one you want to, who you want to work with, and so forth. Okay, so this week, just download the software or try them online. Download GitHub client, try how it works, try to learn these tools, and next week, by next week, decide who you want to work with and with what project. And in the lecture time, I will put a document on Moodle this weekend, so you can fill that document in the Word format and submit to me on the online sessions. Okay?
All right.
Okay, cool. Yes, you can choose your peers. Khalid asked a question. You can choose who you want to work with. I don't go into detail about this, so you can discuss. This is why I'm giving you a week time. You can discuss and decide who you want to work with. And I will take the project groups next week, this time. So you can start working right now, but next week, Tuesday, you have to submit me a small document, just 1 page, who you want to work with, which projects, which tools, so forth. Any other questions? I am in last 5 minutes now.
Yeah, Doctor, sorry, I asked you too many questions. Well, it will be my last one. Actually, it's since we are doing our project for it will be in GitHub, you know. So the comments are really important, right? So each comment we are making, is it important? Is it counted? Like we are about when it comes to about the project. Will you check these things from us?
Yes and no. If I see that the documentation is very clear, the PDF is very clear, I will probably not go to GitHub and check it because I cannot do. Normally, I do that every term actually, but for me to do a meeting such as this one would be very difficult. If your PDF document is very clear and very structured, I will probably not ask any GitHub account or software from you, but if I suspect that the work is not properly done, or if I have a hunch that it's not really as organized as it is indicated in the PDF, which is, I can understand these cases quite easily, then I will probably ask you to do a demo or give me a link to see that what you claim is really done. So that's going to be done on a personal level. Normally, what I do in this kind of assignment is that I give it, people complete it, and I give them a demo time, 15 minutes. They come and demo their assignment, the work that they claim that they do, and we discuss it. I ask them questions face to face to be sure that they actually did the assignment. But right now, we are under circumstances that I cannot do a demo. It's not practical. So I will rely on the PDF information you provided. And if I am not convinced then I am going to ask you to do an online demo or give me the account so I can analyze it myself. Okay?
Thank you very much, Dr.
You're welcome. Yes, last question before I end up for today. Right, everything is clear, I guess. There is nothing to ask. So I know this is a lot, but I think it will benefit you in the long run. So this week I will upload a Word document, as I said. Please download that Word document and discuss with your peers who you're gonna work with, which topics you want. At least select 2 different topics so that if one is picked, you can work with the other. And this, download the software, download GitHub, try to use them, try to look at them, and also use GitHub to understand how this software works, and try to look up these titles, like how you can develop, for example, a quiz application or a visual tic-tac-toe game. Like, look for your resources, and by next week when you feel it, when everything is now precise, you know your topic, who you're going to work with is approved and so forth, you can actually start building up your project, and you will still have 3 weeks to finish and submit it. Okay, that's how I'm going to work. And this is going to be, like I said, 20% of your overall mark. Okay, I am going to stop for here today. I will upload this video as usual to the YouTube channel. No one is watching those videos, so I'm not even quite sure why am I recording it. So maybe in the future, I won't record the sessions because you're not watching them anyway. So not quite sure, really. I'm undecided. In any way, thank you for coming today for the class and spending almost more than 90 minutes with me every week. And I'm gonna do a lecture for tomorrow, but it will be a short one, okay? I will go into the next topic. It will be a short lecture. I will keep it 50 minutes maximum. So we'll see how it goes. And by next week, we're gonna discuss more on the assignment. You're gonna submit me a document and hopefully we'll go on. Right, once again, thank you for coming. I already downloaded the registration and everyone, but I'm not gonna enter your registration to the SIS yet. When I have more information about the exams, I will share it with you. Have a lovely day. I'll see you guys in a while. Take care.